Yes, it's true that I lost like 13 kgs or 14 kgs in 5 months, and I know most of the people will be interested to know where, how, and how did I start. I'm gonna take you through this. Okay, it wasn't that easy because if you look at my past videos, I was like overweight. I was 78. I even went to 84, which wasn't nice at all. But now I'm 65, as you can see in my recent videos. A lot of things happened. I was kind of depressed. I was kind of thinking a lot, like just being myself. And after sometimes I made up my mind that I was going to work out. Most probably I was going to work out almost every day, but I wasn't sure if I was going to maintain my routine. Okay, so I started working out on January 22nd this year. It wasn't that easy, and I stopped after 1 week because I was so tired, confused, and always thinking about it, always just like so tired. Yeah, aches everywhere in my stomach, in my arms, in my feet. Like I just feel a lot of pain. And after sometimes I made up my mind that I was just going to work on my diet, which has really taken like 100% of my, okay, not 100 but around 70% of my weight loss. I started by taking vegetables every evening because I just realized that I just had to reduce the amount of carbohydrates that I was taking in, but I had to focus more on my diet for me to reduce my weight. So at the first point, I worked a lot on my carbohydrates, which I used to be a snacky person. I love snacks. Every time I'm always like, let me get myself this snack. I'm gonna take cookies, I'm gonna take biscuits, I'm gonna take this. So what I did was this: in the evenings I took vegetables and plain with vegetables, and after some times I stopped taking like snacks, and in the morning I basically took oatmeal for breakfast, which didn't really help me, but it helped me because it made me feel full, but I still wanted to eat more every time. So I bought I bought a cheese 0%, which is fromage blanc in French, and I also bought natural yogurt. Like those were the things that I used to mix with my oatmeal every morning. I also bought some fruits, berries, kiwi. I used a lot of things, crepes, which I used for my breakfast. And after some time I was like so stable with my breakfast and so stable with my evenings, of which my evenings I used to do just vegetables. And it's after a month I was like 2 kgs less, which I was seeing that was a progress. So I combined diet and working out, but I really didn't know that the secret was protein. The main secret was protein. So I went ahead and started like googling and like knowing what's the problem and how do I build my muscle, because yeah, I was overweight. I used to feel weak. I wasn't even able to work sometimes. I used to be like every time I'm tired. So I worked on myself. I went ahead and started working on my diet while I work out. And for my workout I started like working on I really wanted to reduce my belly. I wanted to reduce some weight on all the parts of my body because I was overweight at that time. So I focused so much on working out, but not more than 30 minutes a day, because the next day I would probably be sick, tired, not working and stuff. Yeah, okay. So I went ahead and started. I took it so slowly with myself. I was so kind to myself. So every time I wanted something, I would still go outside my diet plan. I started working on my protein, of which I came to realize that protein is the main secret to diet. Like if you really want to lose weight, you have to just focus on your protein intake. So the more you increase your protein intake, the more you lose fat and build your muscle. Like that is the main secret to weight loss. You can't get this at the gym. You can't get this anywhere. But protein, if you take in more protein, you lose your fats and you gain your muscle. So I started to take high protein diet and low carbohydrates diet, of which I didn't say avoid carbohydrates, but a low carbohydrate diet with high protein diet. But after some point, I used to feel weak. That means that I was undertaking my carbohydrates, which wasn't good. So I took a normal amount of carbohydrates and I took too much of proteins. And that is how I did my diet. So I started taking in proteins. I used to take like salad with chicken. With the chicken in the evening, I take fish, I take lentil, I take lentils in English, I take beans, I take like white meat basically. And after some time, I was really catching up with the diet. And I used to take my oatmeal for breakfast. Oatmeal is basically protein, yeah. also eggs. And after at that point I realized that the secret wasn't really diet, the secret was protein. And yeah, that is actually what I did. And after that I started working out in the evening. And after some point I was always tired from work, and I find myself most of the time like, I'm tired from work, I just need to sleep. And I find myself going off to bed, and I kept on kicking. And after some point I was like, maybe running in the morning could really help. So I started running every morning, though some days I couldn't run because I got to work earlier, and it was also during winter, it was the end of winter. So